My name is Shalia, and this is my Agape story. So when I first came to Agape, I was 6 weeks pregnant, but at the time I didn't know that I was pregnant at all. She confirmed I was pregnant. I was really surprised. Like, I cried a little bit, but not for real. I was more like annoyed, I would say, than anything, because why am I about to have a baby? It was not part of my plans of life to have 2 kids 9 years apart. So I kind of just told her, I don't want to have a baby. So she told me, God doesn't make no mistakes. Whatever that I was going through with my baby dad, this baby's here for a reason. As soon as I left here, I called Planned Parenthood to schedule my abortion. They wanted me to come in to do a pregnancy test. They wanted to see how far I was. I got in the parking lot. I saw a lady walking out. She was crying, she was sweating. And she I had my windows down. I was listening to her. She was on the phone with someone. I can't believe you made me get an abortion. I can't believe this. And she started turning red. Then I seen her go, she was walking, started stumbling a little bit, and then she sat down. She said she was lightheaded. And so after, I seen all that, I just couldn't get an abortion. I couldn't, put myself through that. I just started crying. I came back to Agape and I told them I was trying to get an abortion. I couldn't do it. And she gave me an ultrasound immediately after. And getting the ultrasound helped me keep my baby because I seen her heartbeat. I was 6 weeks, so I wasn't far enough to see anything. Besides her heartbeat, it kind of just looked like a little jelly bean with a heartbeat in it. I don't know, a few weeks later, they called me and said, hey, do you want to come in for another ultrasound? By then, I think I was maybe 12 or 13 weeks. Saw my baby's head, I saw her arms, I saw her legs. I seen a little baby in my stomach. So after I seen that, I wanted to keep my baby. It's I told her, I just kept hearing your voice in my head. I couldn't get it out of my head. I kept hearing you tell me God doesn't make mistakes. God doesn't make mistakes. God makes no mistakes. Yeah, you're not a mistake, baby. You're not a mistake. What would I do without you?
They walk through our doors. They know that we care about them. And we don't just stop there. Within our resource center walls, we walk the road of life with hundreds of people facing the reality that they are going to be parents, unplanned, often unequipped, and frequently vulnerable. We believe the task is to equip them to parenting well. That takes time, and it takes a village. Listen now to Stasia's story.
Hi, my name is Stasia. This is my Agape story. When I was 8 weeks, I got a positive test, so I went to Agape, and they've been my support, and they were there when I needed them. Every class I've gone to helped me realize the parent I want to be. Just because my parents weren't there doesn't mean I have to follow that track. I can be a better parent than they were. And then I've got my youngest son. We went through Agape and got ultrasounds done and everything. And it was definitely a journey to realize how far I've came and how much different I was at the beginning, and realizing that my life has a purpose. I don't have to sit there and not be the person that everyone thought I was gonna be. I can be someone better. I can sit there and accomplish so much with everyone that supports me. And now I'm pregnant with twins, and it's scary, but knowing that I have people that are there to actually watch and help me and mentor me and be there just when I need someone to talk to definitely helps. You're not alone. You're never alone. Even if you think you're alone, you're not, because God's always there. He's always watching, no matter what. Life is never easy, especially with children. But when you have a village, it takes a village to raise kids. It's always a journey, no matter what you're going through. Thank you, Agape, for being my village.
It is so incredible to see how our clients change and grow within the safe environment of the Agape community, to watch how Stasia has grown over these last 4 years and is able to speak the truth of the gospel, that we are never alone, no matter what we're going through, is so incredibly powerful. God is in the business of redeeming, restoring, and changing lives. It is our greatest honor to have a front row seat in seeing how God works in their lives and honestly in ours. We see so many different stories. The journeys we walk with our clients are often hard. At the crossroads of obstacles such as addiction, prostitution, loneliness, despair, homelessness, hunger, poverty, abuse, and now an unplanned pregnancy, that's where we meet them. Agape has always met mothers and provided tangible resources for babies, but over this past year, we have been called to rise up and do even more. What we know to be true is fathers have the power to change families and to change generations. Fatherhood is modeled, ordained, and orchestrated by our God. Our calling is the pursuit of following Him, and to that end, we are pursuing extended efforts, resources, and leadership into changing families with a new fatherhood-focused program. We have asked Pastor Bill to join our team to support and equip our fathers into embracing, growing, and learning how to be the fathers God desires them to be. This next client story highlights one such father. He and his fiancée share their real, raw, and unfinished story. They're trying to live into roles they have never seen modeled for them by their own families. Daniel and Allison bravely share their story with vulnerability. Listen to their words, but more importantly, listen to the emotions that they are feeling. Walk for a moment with us in the shoes of our clients. Listen now to their story.
My name is Daniel.
My name is Allie.
And this is our Agape story. When I was growing up, I was adopted at the age of 3. And when I was 13, my parents sent me out, and I went to some places for independent living to get help to learn how to live, but they never taught me. And I ended up moving out when I was 22 on my own from those programs. And I tried to keep the relationship with my dad, but it didn't happen. I heard my mom adopted like 9 kids, and she ended up using us for the money instead of actually caring about us.
My story is, well, my mom and my biological dad were never together, so I ended up having a stepdad for a while. Their relationship was decent when I was little, and then as I got older, everything started falling apart. I'd spend most of my time in my room, wasn't allowed to go hang out with them, and it felt like I wasn't really wanted, but, you know, I'm gonna cry.
When I met her, it was like, it literally was an answer to my prayer, because like 3 years ago before that, I was in Georgia, and I was going through a really bad relationship, abusive, mentally abusive, fights all the time, you know, for no reason. And I just ended up praying if I could find somebody who actually really cared and treated me the way I wanted to be treated. And 3 years later, I found her. Jeez. And I felt like that it was meant to be, because ain't nobody else treated me like she did. And I feel like I deserved that. When I came to Agape, it was awesome that, you know, there's actually a program out here that helps like you guys do, actually cares, and actually wants something that happen and be supportive for people who have families.
I definitely agree. When we came here, it changed our perspective on that we were gonna be okay. So when we found out we were expecting, we were homeless at the time, We found out we were having a son, and he's supposed to be here in the next month or so.
Living homeless and trying to get out of our situation and trying to make things better for our son.
Here-wise, we have a lot of friendly faces that are helpful. You guys are helping us get a crib.
Yeah.
Something that we couldn't do on our own.
Watching those videos help, they show perspective in what's going to happen and, what we got to do.
At home, it's just us.
Yeah. We can't rely on nobody else.
Yeah.
Except for you guys want to make our situation better. When I think about being a father, I don't want my child growing up the same way I did. I don't want him to get sent away from us like my family sent me away. I don't want to treat my kid like my family treated me, and I want to do the opposite and protect him, love him, and actually care and build up his life.
I think having Daniel as a partner in the journey of having a son is going to be amazing because he's already a loving, caring person for me. And I'm glad my son has him.
I just wanted to thank Agape for being there for us and being the family we'd never had.
Thank you, Daniel and Allison, for sharing your story. And they are here tonight with their son, Zayden. So thank you so much. You guys are an inspiration. Thank you for being the family we never had. Think about those words. That's what Daniel said. That, my friends, is what we are doing together. We have the honor and privilege of being the family that often they have never had. We have the honor of modeling, teaching, coaching, counseling, loving, and supporting what they have often not found anywhere else in their lives. We teach them, and they teach us. Agape desires every person to find a family and every outcast to find a home. We do that within our walls. We come alongside vulnerable families and children. We look upon the face of every child as a blessing and a gift from God because they are. We live out the mission that no one within our sights will be an orphan. No one will feel alone, unnamed, unseen, and unclaimed. This is the power of what we do. This is the power of who we serve. This world needs hope. This world needs Jesus. Thank you.